When looking for an affordable camera, it's important to consider your options and find one that fits your budget and needs. If you want the latest camera technology and are willing to spend a little extra for a brand new model, some relatively cheap cameras will give you solid performance without breaking the bank. There's also a large used market for cameras. Many older models are still well worth considering and can be found at more affordable price points. A second-hand option could be the best cheap camera for photography beginners, depending on their needs. Many cheaper camera bodies will also give you ample room to grow as a photographer and yield excellent results when paired with more expensive lenses. We've bought and tested over 80 cameras in our lab, and below you'll find our recommendations for the best cheap cameras for photography. These picks were selected not only based on their performance, but also their feature set and price. For more options, see our recommendations for the best cameras under $500, the best cameras under $1,000, and the best cameras for beginners. Are you looking for the best keyword? In this video, we will look at some of the best keyword on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Olympus OMD EM10 Mark IV. The Olympus OMD EM10 Mark IV is small, mighty, and the best cheap camera for photography beginners we've tested. Though it isn't the cheapest option on this list, it offers the most value for its price. It's one of the only cameras at this price point to offer built-in sensor stabilization, which is great for smoothing out camera shake in vlogs or photos at slower shutter speeds. It's part of the more portable Micro Four Thirds system, which does mean it's a bit less capable in low light than larger sensor cameras. However, it's more than good enough for those who are just getting started with photography and likely won't notice a huge difference anyway. There are plenty of small and affordable lens options available for Micro Four Thirds cameras. If you want a larger sensor, the Canon EOS M50 Mark II is a good alternative, though Canon's FM mount has fewer lens options and is slowly on its way out, as Canon has shifted focus to producing RF mount cameras. Number 2. Canon EOS Rebel T7 EOS 2000D. If you want something even more affordable than the Olympus OMD EM10 Mark IV, the Canon EOS Rebel T7 EOS 2000D is a solid entry-level DSLR. It's a simple camera with a fixed screen, and though it's a lot bulkier than the Olympus, it feels good in the hand and has a highly intuitive user interface. Plus, it's a DSLR, so it has a significantly longer battery life than mirrorless alternatives. While you won't get many bells and whistles, the camera has a high-resolution APS-C sensor that can capture great photos. There's also a large selection of affordable FS and F lenses that you can use with this camera, and you can upgrade to better lenses as your skills grow. However, its autofocus system is more basic than the AF found on modern mirrorless cameras. Because of that, and its very slow burst rate, it isn't the best option for sports or fast-moving subjects. Still, this is the best cheap camera for photography if you want a simple interchangeable lens kit to get started with. Number 3. Panasonic Lumix FZ80. While interchangeable lens cameras like the two above will give you the most flexibility and room for growth, a Bridger Super Zoom camera is a solid option if you want an all-in-one camera with a long zoom range. The Panasonic Lumix FZ80 offers a ton of value for its price. When it goes on sale, it's one of the best cameras under $300. Offering a comfortable DSLR-like shooting experience with the convenience of a built-in zoom lens. The lens has a versatile 21,200mm full-frame equivalent focal length, giving you a ton of flexibility to shoot everything from landscapes to photos of faraway wildlife. Of course, you won't get the same image quality you'd get with a DSLR or mirrorless camera, but you'll still get good results in daylight, and the huge zoom range can be both helpful and fun. The camera also comes with extra features that make taking photos a breeze. These include a macro AF mode for close-up photography and an artistic nightscape mode for long exposure photos, making this a great value option if you're on a tight budget and prefer the convenience of a built-in lens. Number 4. Panasonic Lumix ZS80. The Panasonic Lumix ZS80 is similar to the Panasonic Lumix FZ80 in that it has a built-in zoom lens. However, it comes in a compact form factor, making it a better option for travel or casual street photography. It's one of the best budget point-and-shoot cameras we've tested, packing plenty of features and decent performance for its price. The lens has a 24/720mm equivalent focal length, so you don't get as much zoom range as the FZ80. However, it's still very helpful for zooming in on far away subjects. The image quality isn't amazing, but this camera gets the job done for casual photos of friends or family. Plus, the camera has a flip-up screen, making it easy to take selfies. You even get a little viewfinder for sunny days when it's harder to see the screen. Overall, this is a solid little compact that won't break the bank. Number 5. Akaso V50X. For action video, there's nothing better than a portable action camera. But if you don't want to dish out on a more expensive action cam like the GoPro HERO10 Black, there are still some decent budget options that'll get the job done for less. The Akaso V50X is a solid cheap action cam that can shoot in 4K or 1080p. It's super portable and comes with a protective case that gives added durability and lets you submerge it in water down to 131 feet 40 meters. Unlike more expensive options, the camera isn't waterproof, but you can still use it for all your on-land adventures if you don't want to use the protective waterproof case. On top of that, it has a very effective stabilization feature and good battery life. Just know that frame rate options are a bit limited. You'll be stuck with 30 FPS in 4K, and either 30 or 60 FPS in 1080p, meaning that super slow-mo video is out. However, it's a solid budget option if you're looking for a simple action camera that you can slap onto a helmet or chest rig to capture your extreme sports adventures.